in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. It's Russell. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
It's Hurley. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A strike downfield. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the option, finding open areas. Ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Cornhuskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Russell. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Man, you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with the offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive game, nice positive toss play.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now on the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Huskers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Makes the grab on the left. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Finding an escape route. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Sends it back in motion. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Nebraska, 7, Ole Miss, 0.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Stone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Gives it on the option. Look out, he's got room. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll ride the hot hand. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. When you're getting 5+ yards, that is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. White going to attack through the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Young. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pocket breaking down. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board, David.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
White wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here comes the option. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On the option. Jangang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Frazier. Working the middle, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Huskers are rolling down the field. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run the option. Shakes off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
The Land Sharks circling. Crown getting this defense whipped up on third down. They'll toss it to the left. Got the first down. Looking for more. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Nebraska.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. The option look. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Russell. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Motion from the back. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's Hurley. On the run. Still looking. Found a seam. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Split backs here. White going to attack through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab inside the 30. They make the stop with a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Now on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Using his feet. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Third down play from the gun. Gets it out quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And the Rebels are flying down the field. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And they will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 12 over Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The running back has it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On the move, it's Russell. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On the option. Running to Green. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
Gets the back moving. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stone. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. White wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Stone. Inside the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Got it in the middle of town. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. A designed run for the quarterback. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got it in the middle. It's Howard.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game as a head.
Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And the Huskers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. On the option. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
They'll give it to the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they'd held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they've got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
Man, you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Here comes the option. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Stone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Going with the ground game left. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Using his legs. It's Ruskin. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. White going to attack through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the fourth quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Calls his own number. Fighting off the defender. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They want to run this quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts.